And what's up, guys? It's George again with another fragrance review, and this time is for this fragrance right here, Spicebomb by Viktor Rolf. Brand new fragrance in the market, releasing back in January, so it's fairly new in the market. Let me start with the presentation of this fragrance. This is the box. It's a plain box in two tones, gray and black. You can find the logo engraved in the box right there in the top of the box. This is the back of the box, pretty much information about the fragrance and blah blah blah. This is the 50 ml bottle, by the way, and you're gonna find your code. Is that one, the one in the top? That's it, the code of your fragrance. Plain box, nothing spectacular. And this is the bottle. Like I say, this is the small bottle, 50 ml. It's a pretty nice bottle, hand grenade, clear bottle with some details in black plastic. This is the stopper, which is made of plastic, and it has the logo of Viktor Rolf right there. Let's see how the spritzer works. Pretty nice spritzer, so it does the job very well, this spritzer. The code of your bottle should be right there in the bottom of the bottle. I don't know if you guys can see it. It should be engraved in white lettering in the sticker. Okay, whatever. So that's the bottle. Like I say, it looks like a hand grenade. That's the spritzer, which it looks like the I don't know how to call them, those real hand grenades. So whatever, this is the presentation. Pretty nice, pretty unique presentation of this fragrance. So this fragrance was released back in January of this year, 2012. After the first and only fragrance for men from this house, which is Antidote, whatever it's called. So this is the second and fragrance from this house, classified as a woodsy and spicy fragrance. I don't know why, because I don't get any kind of woods out of this fragrance, but I will say this is more like an oriental spicy fragrance. Perfumer or nose behind this fragrance is Mr. Olivier Polch. Nose behind a bunch of fragrances in the market like Burberry Beat, Diesel, Only the Brave, Dior Homme, Guerlain's Queer Beluga, Kenzo Power, Midnight in Paris, Yves Saint Laurent L'Homme Livré, and of course the top seller from Viktor and Rolf House, Flower Bomb. So obviously Mr. Polch has a very impressive curriculum in the fragrance industry. And of course, a big thumbs up to Fabien Baron, designer of the bottle, which is nothing out of the world, but definitely it's a very nice and unique bottle. This is something out of the normal, you know, like those round and square bottles, and it looks very nice in my opinion. Bottle sizes, 50 ml like this guy, the small bottle, and 90 ml. So be careful, the big bottles don't come in 3.4 ounces or 100 ml. The big ones are 90 milliliters. Prices around 70 to 75 for the small bottle like this, all the way to 90 to 100 American dollars, which makes this fragrance one of those in the expensive designer range. So basically, this fragrance comes with this concept, right? Like the name is Spicebomb, and the bottle looks like a hand grenade. But what about the scent itself? Watching the notes of the fragrance, we can expect a fresh citrus and peppery opening, because we have a bergamot, grapefruit, and pink pepper developing in a very spicy scent, with the cinnamon and paprika, and finally ended up in a tobacco leather scent. Well, actually not, at least to my nose and on my skin. This is not what happens with the scent, but the actually scent does justice to the name of the bottle concept and the name. The scent actually comes like an explosion of almost all the notes, like a bomb, releasing all the ingredients at the same time, which is not bad. Actually, it's a very nice and pleasing scent. So basically, this is a brand new fragrance in the market, and it has been compared with a bunch of other fragrances. And cool seems like this fragrance doesn't have personality, and it has been compared with fragrances like 1 Million, Bulgari Black, Egoist, Amber Narguilé, Body Kuros, Gucci Prom 2, and even with Tobacco Vanille. And all this is just to mention some of them. And I know where they come from with all these comparisons, but to me, if I had to choose between all those fragrances to compare this fragrance to Spicebomb, I would say it's more like a cheaper and toned down version of Amber Narguilé, uh, and the other will be Bulgari Black. I definitely still getting that sweet rubbery type of smell, not the same smell as the one in black, but something like. I would say this is like a combination of Amber Narguilé and Bulgari Black, but with his own personality, if that makes sense. The worst thing I could say about this fragrance is the developing of the scent. It's just like an explosion of everything, and from there just go downhill. I don't see this fragrance as an everyday fragrance. It gives me that feeling that it's gonna be boring. It's gonna boring me very fast. So it's an excellent choice for a every other day fragrance. Why not? Uh, so basically, the opening, like I say, it's just like explosion of notes, very nicely blended with only a notorious citrus scent. When you spray it, it, it just lasts for a few moments and it's gone. Uh, then the pepper, the cinnamon, and the paprika clicks kicks right away, making the fragrance in a very harsh, sweet, and spicy scent. With the bergamot and grapefruit still in there, but way overshadowed by the sweetness and the spiciness of the scent. A very strong opening, by the way, so strong and potent when you spray it that it makes you feel that this is gonna be one of those fragrances with a monster projection and longevity. But this is not the case, at least on my skin. The opening of the fragrance is where it reminds me to Amber Narguilé, which is a good thing because I love Amber Narguilé, but too bad because the opening just lasts on my skin for 20 minutes before it starts to kick the rubbery scent that I was talking about. In the middle, the leather starts to hit the scent, getting mixed with the sweet spiciness that at this moment is just a great combination of cinnamon, paprika, and leather. That's where my nose starts to get this sweet rubbery type of smell, something similar to the rubber smell in Bulgari Black. Not the same, but something alike. Let's say that the rubber smell in black is more like a sweet vanilla rubber, while in Spice Bomb is more like a sweet spicy rubber scent. Uh, the dry down is kind of disappointing to me. I was expecting something more masculine, something more manly. I mean, watching at the notes, we have vetiver, tobacco, and leather, and I was expecting something else. But honestly, I just got this sweet tobacco scent that is almost like dying. The scent is almost gone when the scent hits the dry on my skin. I can barely smell it. I have to dig on my skin to be able to smell it. So basically, it's a fragrance that starts very nice, very strong and potent, but just go downhill very quickly. Talking about projection and longevity, of course, the overall scent of the fragrance, it's great, it's very nice, nothing to die for, but it's great overall designer fragrance. Even though the fragrance is launched with a very market publicity as a very masculine and manly fragrance, with all this spicy concept. I don't see a mature guy wearing this fragrance at all. This is more like a modern, young guy, something that a metrosexual kind of guy would wear. Uh, I think this fragrance could fit perfectly with that kind of personality in a guy. Uh, Versatility of this fragrance, in my opinion, is very versatile. Can be used in a lot of different occasions, such as first dates, hanging with the friends, romantic dinner. You wanna go watch a movie, even as a night out fragrance. But if you don't have a great projection like me, I guess this needs to be reapplied to keep projecting and get noticed. I won't use it this fragrance as a signature scent, to be honest. I feel that if I do, I'm gonna get boring of it. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. Uh, I would say this is a good fragrance for all year round. Uh, just when it's summer, really hot, just go easy with the trigger, and you will be fine. Projection and longevity, poor projection and overall longevity. The projection in the opening is very good, and I would like to see the scent keeps like that or a little bit less in the middle, but it just goes downhill very drastically. It just gets closer and closer to the skin, to the point that almost I can smell it in my skin in the dry down. So the longevity on my skin is overall, like I say, 6 hours. If I'm lucky, I get 6 hours max. uh, Finally, the rate for this fragrance. Presentation of the fragrance is very nice and unique. Overall fragrance scent, very nice and enjoyable scent. Versatility of the fragrance, very good, very versatile fragrance in my opinion. Longevity of the fragrance is just okay overall. If I can get 8 hours, that's cool with me. Can make it during a work day or other occasion. Projection on the fragrance sucks. After the first hour, the scent just get closer and closer to the skin, very drastically. Uh, my rate for this fragrance is an 8 out of 10. It's not bad rate for this fragrance. Uh, I would like to see in this fragrance a very better, you know, work, because we're talking about a little bit more money into this kind of fragrance in the designer category. So anyways, that's just my experience with this fragrance on my skin. uh, Maybe you guys have a different kind of work with this fragrance. So there you go, guys. That's it. That's all my review that I have for you. I hope you like the video. I hope you like the review. uh, any comment, any questions down below, rate, comment and subscribe. See you guys later.